It's the only fan-owned franchise here in the NFL. And tens of thousands of those fans have their cheese heads on, and it filled the stands of historic Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams sitting above 500 in the early season, but only one will stay that way as we're off in week 4. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey.
Throwing now off the play action. Gets it downfield on target to Watson. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That play good for 17 and a first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
First carry here for the rookie out of Oklahoma State. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Has him on the quick hitter, and he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
We saw his guys pick up the blitz when he felt them pick it up anyway. We wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here. 4th down, pass coming. This is Reed working the right side. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They'll run in here with Jaden Blue. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. We've set it down from 37. Play action, Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
And he's able to take this one down to the 25. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
15. Yellow. Yellow. 15. Easy.
Pressure coming from Mahomes. Forced out to his right. He's running with it. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
Well, QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Yellow. Hey, son,
Third and short. Here's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. Point after is up and through. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Ready.
They're throwing it. This is complete. It's Matthew Golden. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving 2. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll go play action. That's incomplete left side. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they face 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Taking a chance at the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers reach pay dirt for the first time this game.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
One after tried good by Reichert. And the Packers tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone. So the ball going to be placed down at the 35-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. They're on the 35-yard line.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. On his own read, they hand it to Blue. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Pistol now for Mahomes. And no look in. That throw falls to the ground. It was Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Yellow.
Blue here from the pistol. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Now, not a traditional spot we see teams going for it, but they only need a few inches. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision. One, they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
36-yard line.
Color. Stay
First down throw, Mahomes. Nice launch on that one, but it falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Yellow.
Quick throw completed by Mahomes. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Third down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive.
Yellow. 43.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
This one's headed for the sideline and out. Look at the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed.
Their own 9-yard line.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push them back for 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
So from closer than comfortable to their end zone, it is 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Back to throw. It's his running back. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Chased out to his right. And he runs out of bounds a yard or two behind the line. Couldn't get all the way back. That's going to count as a sack.
You know, Kate, that's one of those situations where the game just, I think, speeds up on the QB a little bit. He doesn't flip it out of bounds before he goes out. It's going to end up as a sack on the stat sheet for the defense, and they earned it with effort, chasing him all the way to the sidelines.
Picked up at the 38. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield.
At their own 48-yard line.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. On the give, it's Blue. Rob Frank, first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, he's got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Attack! Yellow!
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle, they showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time.
This is caught inside the 15. Gain of 26 yards there. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
They'll start the drive with Blue. And he will get to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a second quarter lead. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Fitzgerald set to kick off.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. And he's stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Green Bay offense to the line now. First and 10.
Ready.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. He rolls to his right. Now here he goes. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it'll give the Packers the first.
At the 41-yard line.
He's got it on the bootleg. Rolling out to his left. It's Reed downfield, and he's got it. And he's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Sending him on the dive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that's how he's stuff in the run.
And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. Third down and 3 coming up on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More from Lambeau after this. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Let's go now. Let's go.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. Oh, trying to force it into the slant. It's intercepted. Leo Chanel makes the play. Well, we all know, Brock, those slot guys start piling up receptions, and that makes them a priority target for the defense.
Yep.
They kept someone nearby, and they pick off that check down.
Yeah, if a play breaks down in today's football, like back in my day, last century, you checked down the running back. That's not the case anymore. These slot receivers, they're as big a security blanket as running backs are, but the deep...
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. We'll get some extra help with that return, and after the interception, they're going to be down inside the 40.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigated on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. He'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
And it's not just in quarterbacks, Brock Theodore, who've got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
This is reeled in by Reed. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
36-yard attempt.
Reichert connects there. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. On the move, headed right. Makes the connection. This is Jaden Blue. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Working quickly here.
Attack!
City Chiefs.
Yellow!
First down.
Yellow!
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs grow their lead just before halftime. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. One after is good by Fitzgerald. And the Chiefs drive their lead to 11. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Go! Ready!
They'll throw to start the drive. Pass caught out right by Golden. And he's going to be a yard shy of the first as they force him out after the gain of 9.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Ready!
Second and manageable. He's throwing. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. And the Chiefs will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Hey, we know in this league, takeaways are a big deal, but you get interception and chunk yards with it. That is a gold star effort.
Yellow! Underline! Yellow!
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. And no gain after the catch, but the gain's still out across midfield. They're to the 45. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45.
Right on these two.
At the 45-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Yellow!
A 2nd down throw for Mahomes. Throwing the out route complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. All right, now a timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half. 3rd and just 2 to go. Running back motions right. 3rd and 2, Mahomes to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Likely our last play of the half, so they're leaving the offense out there.
Right on these two. Yellow! Hey, 15! Hey, rip list! Hey, Sunday.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Throwing this for the end zone. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. Well, as we all know, halves can't end on a defensive penalty. So now we get an untimed down. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's a chip shot, this one straight ahead. Fitzgerald sends this through. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Will Rikers to kick off.
Beard set to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Up the middle, Blue. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
On screen here to Blue. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
Kansas City Chiefs. First
Yellow,
down.
yellow.
A gain of 12.
They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line. Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Yellow.
Now it's Mahomes. He puts some air under it deep down the left. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs grow the lead coming out of halftime. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Fitzgerald up and good on the PAT. And the Chiefs stretch their lead to 21.
31. Packers 10. Ryan Fitzgerald.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Making some progress here. Field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize on that inside.
And he's going to have this one down in the 37. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
They'll work against the blitz. That's caught Tucker Kraft. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Ooh, look at this. Here he goes. He did well on that play, but might have had some early help. We've got a flag down. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
Here we go.
Looking to throw here. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
Hold the ready.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Ready.
There he is on 3rd and short. That's caught for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Left ready.
They'll try and punch it in. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Buying some time left. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers start the second half with some needed points. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Reichert on for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Packers get it back to a 14-point game. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Handoff running left. It's Blue. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Just couldn't get outside quick enough to take that D-line out of the picture. And one of those guys impressively got on the edge and caught him.
You know what's scary in this game today, Kate? When you watch the combine and you watch these 280-pound DNs that run like 4.6. I am really thankful I don't play quarterback in today's game.
Motion man right is Smith. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. Blue gets the handoff. They'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
A 3rd down run with Blue. This one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have set themselves up for the win here. Now just need to carry this lead through to the end.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Chiefs.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Yellow,
Hampton now up the middle. Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Yellow. Attack.
Now a pass play. Here's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Now run with Hampton. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Chiefs have likely locked up the win right there. This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs stretch their lead to 21.
Packers 17.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. And they're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
They'll go play action. Cut down the field, Golden. And this is going to take him off and across midfield there at the opposing 45. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
To throw here on 1st down. Getting out to his left. Finds his man. It's Kraft. And And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
As soon as he starts to escape, Kate, you can almost see that gunslinger mentality come to life. It takes really perfect defense to hold up and keep him from finding something that'll go get that first down. They couldn't do it right there.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. To the left, that's pulled in by Golden. And the Chiefs pick it up. And they can't cobble a return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field.
You know what? Everybody loves a good lateral, right? They're great at the turkey bowl. They're great in the backyard growing up as kids. They're great on the hook and ladder. But in execution, they're incredibly risky. There's a reason you so rarely see them in the NFL. It's because they are a prime opportunity for a fumble and an easy recovery for the defense.
Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Here's Mahomes on a design run. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
1st and 10. Here's Hampton. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear a lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Give on 2nd here to Blue. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point.
Attack, attack! Yellow! Hero 15! Yellow! Come back!
3rd and long for Mahomes. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
And he can't find anything as he goes out of bounds. Nothing on that return.
1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10.
Get it! Get it!
Well, come out throwing. Complete on the slant to Watson. He did well on that play, but might have had some early help. We've got a flag down. So they'll decline this and take the results. Offense to the line. 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go! 60 by cut 19! Cut 19! Ready,
Setting up to throw. Finds him on the slant. And he will get to that 30-yard line before they stop him. The big play, and that's him 17 yards. And it'll give the Packers the first. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Pass play on 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. Packers trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard.
Ready! Ready!
They go play action on 1st down. Pass is taken in by Golden. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start to push into Chiefs territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He finds a seam down the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They get 19 on that pickup. The And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 29.
Still sticking with the passing game. Escapes out to the left. He's going to keep it this time. He's got it in the red zone. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
Second and very short, looking to pass. He's keeping it again. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
Hurry, hurry!
Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Here's a give on first and goal. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Now, faster.
Working quickly here.
A gain of 3 brings up second and
This time it's a passing play. And they get to him again. The Packers take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact. Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. And a completion not in the cards on that 4th and goal. They passed on 3 points, and they'll wind up with none.
incomplete.
Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's first and 10.
Is a turnover on down.
Here's Hampton to open the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, second. Nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Who gets it? Gets a nice chunk. Looks like about 5. It's going to be third down. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. That's set. This is third and 5. Blitz coming, Mahomes. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he has this down to the 14-yard line. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Green Bay.
last stop in town before I hit the road. And it was hot. I said, man, point that fan at me, and I'll be good to go. Wasn't playing songs for long when came in candidly, but the prettiest young thing I ever saw. And she was hot.